Hey, what's up, guys? So it's Tom here from Crypto Life Inc. again. What I'm going to do today is just run through a few of the charts, just have a quick update as to what Bitcoin is doing and what some of the popular altcoins are doing. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump right in, guys. Catch you on the other side. Alrighty, so let's jump right into it. Currently staring at the Bitcoin chart in Binance at the moment, so having a good look there. I've been trading this for most part of last night till this morning. I had just had a pretty nice jump here. Had a pretty good lead. Anyways, I think I got in around the 9,800 mark, and then I exited around 10,400, which was a pretty nice trade. But let's just have a look at the charts real quick so we can see what's happening. Obviously, I look at the 15-minute charts just to give me a better understanding of the patterns that are playing out, and then I look at different time frames. But let's jump on the 4-hour time frame. We'll just have a broad look. So obviously, you guys remember we had this massive dip down to 6,000 or 59 US dollars for Bitcoin, and then we had this rise back up. So this was the bounce attempt that we had. And there was a lot of panic actually during the last day or two. I think this correction actually lasted around 2 days. And people were saying, "Oh, look, we're going to go back in for another low." Obviously the dip isn't done. But from what I can tell from the daily and the 4-hour time frame, we'll have a look at the daily in a second. This is just some pretty healthy consolidation that we're seeing. So I don't think we're not in the clear, obviously, because we haven't broken this huge downtrend that we formed since December. But we're definitely, the bulls don't have too much to worry about here, as we look like we're going to retest this resistance line. So if we have a look at the daily time frame, we've seen some pretty nice recovery from the correction already. So today was all bulls. So this is the trade that I did anyway. This line here, you can see it more clearly in the shorter time frames, but you can see that it looks like from here that the correction has taken place already. We've got the low, our higher low of the day, and we're looking to form a higher high if we can push past this resistance line. So this is the line that I'm looking at to see if we can push past. If we can, then we'll be looking for a higher high. But first, I'll be very concentrated around this 10,800 to 10,700 mark. I think I've highlighted it. Let me just have a look to see if I have. Oh, this is the Coinbase one. Okay. We'll jump on the Bitfinex one. There's a few different charts you can look at. Typically, I trade off the Bitfinex chart because I'm not on Coinbase. Yeah, so these are the two lines I'm looking out at as resistance and going up. So we've got the previous high, so I want to see if we can break that. We've got a lot of indecision candlesticks here. So we're currently traveling sideways in equilibrium. So right now I'm just patiently waiting, seeing which way the market wants to react. So but if we go up, these are the two lines that I'm looking at. So around 10.5, so 10.516, and then the next one we'll be looking at around 10.725, and that should roughly hit the major resistance downtrend line as well. So those are the two lines I'm watching out for Bitcoin, and it seems like the other altcoins want to follow. But let's jump a look, because actually we'll have a look at the coin market cap to see what's happened of the day. Let me just do a quick refresh. I know that NEO's had a pretty impressive run, so missed out on trading NEO, or actually picking up any NEO before its run came up. Oh, look at that. We went to almost 20%. So NEO had a 19.81% jump today, which is fairly impressive. Last time I saw it, it was around 141. I didn't think it could go up any further, but here we are. Surprise, surprise. So NEO has done, I think, the best out of all the coins today, actually. Oh, no. It's on number three, but out of the top 10, it's done the best. If we look at Bitcoin's done pretty well, 7%. Ethereum is still lagging behind. So these are the positions that we're looking at today. I did get to pick up some EOS today. I got to pick it up at $8, so we saw some nice recovery. I picked it up when it was consolidating and it already went up. I had to resist not trading it off because I want to actually hold this long term. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. So if we have a look at the NEO charts, let's go on the 4-hour time frame. We're still going up. Still going up here, but based off the NEO charts, we had this earlier breakthrough. So this is the action that we saw today. We saw it go all the way from $116 all the way to $142. So NEO is looking quite strong, and it's following Bitcoin's rise up pretty well today. Bitcoin's since gone sideways, but NEO has just kept going actually. Hasn't shown any signs of, it showed a few signs of slowing down here and then just kept pushing forward, which is a good surprise for people who are holding NEO. If we look at some shorter time frames, let's just try and see what's happening here. So we've got yeah, we had the equilibrium pattern, then we had the breakout of that equilibrium pattern, and now it's just going back up. The RSIs are getting fairly high, so I do think it'll slow down soon. But yeah, just watching NEO closely because it's seen pretty good percentage in gains today, so I might just keep a closer eye on NEO just to see how it performs in the next few days. See if there are any trading opportunities out there for NEO. If we jump on, we can have a look at some of the other altcoins. So actually we'll look at Ethereum first. So Ethereum, out of the top 3, generally is quite lacking in strength. Doesn't seem like it's as bullish as definitely Litecoin or Bitcoin at the stage. It's kind of lagging behind. It did pick up a little bit today, which is what we saw here. We saw in this last 15 minutes it did pick up a bit and started to gain a little bit on Bitcoin as we're going sideways in this 15-minute time frame on Bitcoin, but we did get a nice forward boost upwards for Ethereum. So that was good to see on Ethereum. It is still lagging behind a bit, so we'll see how it plays out. If we look on the 4-hourly time frame, we can see still under this downtrend that we've formed since December, same as Bitcoin, and we need to adjust these new trend lines. So this was the upwards line that it was going on before, but now we're somewhere around here. So if I extend this out, we're getting to that point where it looks like we might get a breakout of Ethereum. We'll see how that goes. I haven't taken too much of a detailed look into it, but we're really hitting that resistance line here. So these are the levels that we should be watching, and if we do push through significantly, then we should see some nice follow through from the bulls. So let's go jump and have a look at Litecoin. Litecoin had their LightPay come out today, from what I have heard on the news, and that's what that has been the result of its recent increase in price. So if we look on the daily, we saw this massive jump from, give me a date, here we go, 14th of February. So we went literally from $160 to all the way up to around, well, if we went up to the peak, it would be around $250. So that's a huge jump for Litecoin in anticipation of LightPay coming out on the 26th of February. What happened today? So I had some Litecoin in there and I was just waiting. I got in, I think around this mark here. Then we actually, yeah, so actually let me go to the 1-hour time frame so I can figure out where I got in. Yeah, I actually bought Litecoin by accident. I was just testing out the limit function on one of the exchanges, and I just ended up hodling it without even wanting to. That would explain why I picked it up somewhere around here, and it did go up. I also missed the opportunity to sell it because I wasn't prepared to actually buy it to begin with. But it just goes to show that you should always test your limits out, maybe just with like $1 or something if you're actually going to do any trading, just in case you end up, accidentally putting, a bigger position, maybe a few $1,000s into it, and you actually didn't want to hold that coin or something like that. So that's just a bit of a trading tip from me. Yeah, so we had this high-low pattern forming, but I was looking more closely at this level here, and I wanted to see continuation of some higher lows, but so I actually set a stop loss here of my position, even though I took a small loss. If we didn't get a breakout here, I was worried that it would go down even further, but it looks like not much has happened to Litecoin actually, despite the light pay news. We might see it break out of this equilibrium pattern soon, but right now it looks like it's going slightly downwards, so we just patiently wait and see what happens, and if it does break out, then we can capitalize on that one. Any other coins? Why not take a look at EOS? So EOS actually picked up some today, so we can have a look at where I picked it up. So here is the 4-hour time frame for EOS. During the dip, we had it go down all the way to around $6, which is very underpriced for EOS. As you can see, it went up as high as $18 US. Right now we're currently around the $8 mark, which is not too bad. And today we've seen actually a pretty nice jump for EOS as well, just in line with NEO and Bitcoin. So it's followed Bitcoin quite closely there with the jump as well. So we've had that jump here from around 780 all the way up to around 840 mark. So I actually picked up some some EOS. I'm talking about NEO. Picked up some EOS around this just below actually. It's not showing on this time frame. Actually, I was looking at the wrong section. That's why it wasn't showing. Yeah. So where are we? Yeah. So I actually picked up some EOS around this mark here when it just dipped briefly below 8. So we had this pretty nice jump up today, and I just thought, look, I've got some profits from trading Bitcoin. I'm just going to chuck it into EOS because it's a project that I'm pretty keen on, and I want to hold it long term. So I picked up some EOS. I waited for the consolidation to happen. I picked up some EOS around the bottom here. I think I got it at maybe just around the $8 mark. So I didn't get it at its complete low, but I'm happy on my entry point because I'm keen to hold that long term, at least till June, when they launch their main net and they launched the whole blockchain system. Anyways, so yeah, so it actually went up quite nicely after I bought some in, and had to resist the temptation not to just day trade it out and get the profits. But I've still left it in there. It's come down a bit since then, but I'm pretty happy with the position of EOS. If Bitcoin can push through those downtrend resistant lines, as we can see on the 4-hourly charts, if we can get a nice push through and Bitcoin breaks this equilibrium pattern, just goes straight up, then we should see, ideally, these old coins follow through. So EOS and NEO, NEO, you just keep going, mate. Yeah. So NEO's still going. Probably could have traded that if I was prepared, but I'm shooting this video now, so it's all good. Anyways, yeah, so if we get a nice push from Bitcoin, we should see the other altcoins follow. And conversely, if we get a if Bitcoin decides to go back down again after this equilibrium pattern, then you should probably see the market correct itself as well. So that's pretty much where we left off here on the 27th of February right now. Anyways, hopefully that's been helpful, giving you guys some insight on what's happening with the crypto market at the moment. And just remember, guys, if you like finding out more about this kind of stuff, just like and subscribe to the channel below. And just take care, guys. Have a good one.